Okay, so Christmas trees, yes. I've got a nice little pile of mince pies. I've got some satsumas, Christmas music. Yep. Now I need something to drink. Hello and welcome to the Grape Explorer, where we celebrate the world of wine. On this channel we do wine education, product reviews and lots of tastings. So if you're interested in wine, consider subscribing. Well, it is indeed the season to be jolly, and I couldn't resist but go out and get some mulled wine. Now, mulled wine has been a European favourite for many a year now. Its origins are actually from the Roman times. The Romans would use their particularly poor wine, spice it up, add some fruits to hopefully create something a little bit more palatable for them to enjoy. And mulled wine through the ages has pretty much remained the same. It is a spiced red wine. Sometimes you add some orange flavour to it as well. Some people add some brandy to it. You can flavour it with things like raisins and cloves as well. Lots of variations on it. What I've done is I've gone out to a couple of local supermarkets and I've spent £3 on one bottle and a whopping £5.49 on the other, just to see if there's any difference between the two. Now, prior to filming, I have warmed both of these up so they're ready to drink. What I would say is when you're heating your mulled wine, you have to be careful not to burn the alcohol off, so you do have to keep an eye on it all. You can usually tell if something's been quite cooked because on those aromas you actually start to get just like fumes coming through. I'm going to start off with the £3 one. And I'm also going to pair it with a mince pie and see how that goes down as well. Now, I haven't added anything to these. These are straight out of the bottle and have just been heated up. But like I say, you might want to add raisins into the glass. You might want to add some cloves into the glass as well. Really anything that you think is going to be nice to spice that mulled wine up. This particular mulled wine, sweet and fruity with subtle spice flavours. It says it's been blended with cinnamon, cloves and citrus fruits to give a rich aromatic mulled wine. It goes with mince pies. They've specifically said it pairs well with mince pies, so let's see how we get on. I put it into these glasses so it's a little bit easier for me to hold. It was easier to heat them and pour them into that. This particular one is kind of a deep ruby in colour. And it's all spice on the nose actually. It's all cinnamon and nutmeg, especially nutmeg, which is really nice. Yeah, there aren't really any fruit characters coming through. The spice which has been warmed up is what's dominant, is what I would have expected. I'm just going to drink it today, by the way. That's lovely. It's really warming. I like that. I do get the sense of orange on this one as well. You know, it's only £3, so it's not particularly complex in that the acidity's medium minus, doesn't really have the length. It's quite light-bodied actually, but it's just really enjoyable. It just makes you think of Christmas. That's delicious. The other thing I quite like about mulled wine is it's quite low in alcohol. This is actually just 8% alcohol by volume. And this is why you have to be really careful when you're heating it, not to allow any of that alcohol to burn off, because there's really not a lot in it to start off with. And you don't really just want to be left with what would be a spiced grape juice. So we're going to give it a try with a mince pie. Mince pie is absolutely delicious. Oh, yeah. Mince pie on the floor. Very nice. Lovely mince pie. Oh, it's just so good. How can a £3 bottle of something taste that good? Well, lots of oohing and ahhing from me. So brilliant, £3, excellent, absolutely brilliant value. Going to move on to the £5.50 one now. Now this is from a slightly different class of supermarket. Doesn't necessarily mean that their mulled wine is going to be better. They just tend to be a little bit more expensive. This one is particularly deep ruby in appearance. Doesn't give off a stronger a spice flavour. There is some fruit with this one. Yeah, it's probably a little bit more on the fruity side than on the spicy side. This particular one specifically says it's a product of Spain. It's made from traditional Spanish grapes blended with festive clove and cinnamon spice. To add your own twist, you could include a splash of orange juice or even port. So this one's actually asking to add other things. It makes me wonder if they've left it a little bit open for people to put their own stamp on it. Taste-wise, This one's definitely on the fruitier side. And I just wonder perhaps if that's because this one's the cheaper wine, they've actually gone a little bit more on the spice. But this one's certainly on the fruit side. Actually getting really nice fruit flavours. It's really good. Oh, that is really good. Okay, we'll try it with a mince pie. Oh. Oh yeah, lovely. They're both really nice. You know, when it comes to Christmas and it starts to get colder here in the UK, I actually think price is irrelevant. I don't think you need to spend a great deal. Of course, when you make your own, you can choose what kind of bottle you want to use. You need to be using something that's got quite a bit of body, I think. Something like a Malbec might do nicely, a Primitivo might do really well as also. But I think because it's colder and you're getting something warm inside of you, I don't think price actually comes into it that much. These are both really enjoyable. This is definitely on the spicier side, which I think is probably to conceal the poorer fruit. This one's allowed the fruit flavours to come through and might benefit from some of those additional items you could add to it. So where it's suggesting, you know, adding some additional cloves, cinnamon, maybe some orange juice, I think that's really going to bring the flavours out for those. But these are both really enjoyable. I now get to drink both of these bottles, which I'm absolutely delighted about at Christmas time. But let me know yourself, mulled wine, any favourites, where you are in the world, what's it known as, you know, Glug, Glühwein, Vancho, all of these different places throughout the world have their own name for this. What is it called where you live? Let me know in the comments section below. I'm the Grape Explorer. I look forward to seeing you again soon. Cheers.